Hello again, VC. Dan here, Vinyl Fury, to finally continue my vinyl collection series. This is number 6. And I've been doing these alphabetically, one letter per video. But in the E's and the F's, there aren't quite that many. And I might even be able to get into the G's a little bit here. I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes, so we'll see how far we get. And I'm sitting down now because we're at the second row, and gotta get down a little bit. So I have a few Eagles records: Hotel California, The Long Run, Desperado, One of These Nights, that's a good one. And all of those were 50 cents, and I think I have one more in the Too Clean pile. Engine Down. This is one of my favorite bands. This is Demure from 2004. No, 2002. And this particular record I found at Amoeba in their dollar section, which I was stunned to see because before I was looking on eBay and stuff. The only copies that I had found were like $80. So I saw this sitting in front of the clearance section. I literally jumped. No way! So I pulled it out. I was really scratched. I want to kick the person's ass who treated this album so poorly. It just looked like it had been tossed on the ground. I was so pissed, but I had to get it just to give it a shot. And it doesn't skip. It is pretty noisy between tracks, but for the most part the music is the clearest part, so that's good. It was $1. I was so excited. I will have a better copy of this one day. This is a great record. Engine Down, they broke up in 2005, but they were together for 6 or 7 years, and they're kind of hard to explain, but it's melodic rock, art rock, a little bit of progressiveness in there. The singer, after the Engine Down broke up, joined Sparta, and he's been with them since 2006, I believe. And he fits right in there. 2 more albums from them. This is from 2000, To Bury Within the Sound. This is one of their more slower, kind of ambient. No, this band is hard to describe. They're on Love It Records, and if you've ever heard of that label, that might give you an indication of what they sound like. I got this one sealed actually on eBay for $5. I previously bought it for like 20, and the copy that came wasn't that great, and then I found a sealed one for $5, and then sold the other one for probably the same price. So at least I got my money back and ended up with a $5 record, which is awesome. And the other one, self-titled from 2004. I talked about this. I gave a copy away in my 300 subscribers contest. This is an awesome record. It's their last one, and hell of a way to go out. It's really strong, great melodic rock music on here. Really good tones as well. This is Failure, Comfort. This is the ORG remaster from last year. Sounds really good. Produced by Steve Albini. 1992, yeah. Their first full length. And it wasn't on vinyl before this. There was a promo copy, I think, but this is the first official release, and it sounds really good. If you've heard of Failure, you'll want that, and you'll definitely want this Fantastic Planet. This is from 1996, their last full length, and it's a masterpiece, honestly. It's kind of post-grunge, but very well produced. The sound of this record is, people have based the sound of their records off of this. It was such a clean, clear, great sounding production. And it was remastered for vinyl by Bernie Grundman for this a couple of years ago. It sounds fantastic. There's some space rock elements here, some heavy rock elements. Failure is a unique and unmistakable band. I absolutely love them. Far, their only album that's been pressed on vinyl, At Night We Live. They broke up in '98 and got back together to do this. They started playing again in 2008. This came out in 2010. And I wish it was a better record. It's good, I really like it, but they hadn't been playing for 12 years, so obviously things change. Their last album, Water and Solutions, is a masterpiece as well. They're from Sacramento, so they have that Sacto rock sound, a la Deftones. They toured with Deftones a lot back in the day. This is on blue and white vinyl, and it really actually doesn't sound that great. It sounds like it was just pressed from the CD master. Kind of sucks. It's cool to have, and there's only 500 of them, but really wish it sounded better. Fear Before the March of Flames. This is called The Always Open Mouth. And give me a sec, I'll open this up. So this is a gatefold. And this is another band that I had the pleasure of being on the road with. Really great band to watch. One record is red. The other is an opaque, kind of mustard yellow. This is a great album. It's 45 RPM, so it sounds actually pretty good. And they're like a heavy, kind of These Arms Are Snakes, kind of a botch sound, kind of hardcore art rock maybe, something like that. Great record. They've broken up since this. And if you were gonna check out one track from this, check out Mouth. That's one of my favorite songs by them. Killer. Rumors, Fleetwood Mac. Should probably have that in your collection. My Only Flock of Seagulls. This is Listen from '83. That's my birth year. Couple from Dan Fogelberg. I remember my dad listening to Fogelberg, so I kind of have a nostalgic attachment to him. This one is Dan Fogelberg and Tim Weisberg, the flautist. Twin sons of different mothers. It's pretty cool. Some Foo Fighters. I have the greatest hits. That doesn't sound that great. I've showed these before. The self-titled Color and the Shape. And There's Nothing Left to Lose. The recent reissues that sound really good. And I also have Wasting Light. Great album. 45 RPM. And what's playing in the background, The Forms, their second full length, even though it's a pretty short album. I heard these guys in a bar, and I was so impressed that I had to ask the bartender what it was, and that hardly ever happens to me anymore. But I was just really, really impressed by this music. And as you can hear, it's hopefully you can hear it, and it's kind of hard to describe. Maybe I'm just not good at describing genres, but it's a little bit progressive, kind of jazzy in this melodic rock. Some of it's piano driven, but it's very rhythmic and driving. Very unique singing, I think. A unique sound overall, and it's also produced by Steve Albini, so it sounds really good. I have 2 copies of it because I originally ordered it and they sent it in a bubble mailer, and that's it. And so it was warped. obviously. So I got back to them and I emailed them and I asked them to please send another in a record mailer in cardboard. You know, you can't send it in a bubble mailer. And then the next shipment I got, somebody had literally torn pieces of a cardboard box, just torn with their hands, like not even on the flat side, like part of it was a corner. Slapped those together and mailed that. And when that showed up, I could not believe it. Could not believe it. And that was Warped 2. Luckily the record was only $10, including shipping. But I just couldn't believe that they sent it like that. Obviously they didn't really know what they were doing. I don't know if it was them that sent it or their label. But and then I saw them live last year. I was really excited. And then they got up there and there was only 2 people. It was only half the band. And apparently something had happened and those other 2 people had left. And those 2 had completely reworked the songs in order for them to play them as a 2-piece, and it just sounded weird, not like this at all. It was really disappointing. I guess they're not going to be the same band anymore, because they put out another EP after this, reworked songs, but that sounded better than what they actually played. So I don't know what's happening with them. That album is great. It's self-titled. Check it out. This I got just for the cover. Frank and the Knockouts, Below the Belt. It's just one of those cool conceptual. I think it was early '80s. Bright. It's a cartoon caricature of them on the back, and it's, you know, exactly what you probably think it sounds like. Early '80s rock. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. I think I got that for $2. And there's a couple in here that I haven't shown in a vinyl update, so I'll wait on those. And I think that covers the F's. And I think I've already gone past 10 minutes, so I'll just stop there and I'll be back. I'll probably just film the G's right now, and so I'll have another one ready to go. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your music.